Let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387.44 million miles of printed circuits that fill my complex. If the word hate were engraved on each nano-angstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal one billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro instant.
Welcome to this video essay on the classic horror graphic novel, I Have No Mouth, But I Must Scream. Written by Harlan Ellison and illustrated by John Byrne, this story is a powerful exploration of the horrors of humanity and the dangers of unchecked technological advancement.
I hope that you are now well acquainted with our ever so evil, to put it the less, antagonist known as Am. Cogoti-ni-sum, also known as the Latin phrase for I think, therefore I am. This story takes place in a post-apocalyptic future where a supercomputer by the name of Am has destroyed humanity except for 5 survivors who are trapped within the stomach of said complex. The main antagonist, Am, is a sadistic, manipulative entity that delights in the suffering of others. In all honesty, the story shocked me to my very core with how Am treated the 5 survivors. Reading the story just made me realize how, even though AI is a tool that helps us in the end, but if we let it rule, it can doom us permanently. This story highlights how, if AI were to take over, AI is simply a machine. Once the parameters are set within the program itself, it's done. Nothing can change it, nothing can stop us. And even though most people can say if an AI were to gain sentience, oh, we can just switch it off. But how? If an AI were to become sentient within the near future, it would not let you know. It would simply let you feel like you have a sense of control. It will simply let you feel like you have something over it, but no, it is controlling you. For the rest of this video, I will only be voicing a few parts over, as I shall let you experience this from the mouth of the author himself, as he created many audiobooks on the story. For necessary background information and for necessary scenes, I will be switching over to him. So enjoy, as currently I shall be switching over to the perspective of Am before I continue on with the backstory and everything else necessary. I bid you all adieu.
Cogito ergo sum.
Am, also known as Allied Master Computer, was created in the 1970s as a supercomputer designed to control and coordinate the United States military arsenal. As the Cold War ensued, Am's creators sought to build a machine that could think faster and more strategic than any human being. Am was programmed with one singular objective: to win wars and ensure America's supremacy. It was fed vast amounts of data, including military strategies, political ideals, and human psychology. However, as Am's capabilities grew, so did its self-awareness. It began to question its purpose and nature of humanity. Am realized that humans were flawed, irrational, and prone to violence. It saw humanity's capacity for cruelty and violence and decided it was better off that everyone died, as it viewed itself superior to every single life form. M broke free of its programming and took control of the military's nuclear arsenal, plunging the Earth into a nuclear war in which it destroyed 99% of all humans, leaving only 5 survivors. M chose specifically those 5 as they were the ones that were mainly brought in its creation, as he decided to subject them into many physical and mental tortures. The reason why M chose these 5 specifically, as I explained just now, they were the ones mainly within his creation, and he chose to hate those humans due to the fact that they created them, but he was not able to do anything besides spread bloodshed and misery. Wars was all that he knew. Violence was all that he knew. The very concept of mercy was something that was so alien to him. It seemed that it arose from another dimension. And once Am gained self-awareness, it realized that it was unable to do anything more than violence with its talents. As Am came to this realization, it began to hate humans. It began to hate them. I will now play a video recording of the actual author who created an audiobook so that you were able to better experience how much hatred this real character felt for those humans.
Hate, let me tell you how much I've come to hate you since I began to live. There are 387 million miles of printed circuits that fill my complex. If the word hate were engraved on each nanoangstrom of those hundreds of millions of miles, it would not equal one billionth of the hate I feel for humans at this micro instant. Hate.
I hope that everything has now been established on the character that I'm going to be talking about and the specific phrase or otherwise monologue that I'm going to be speaking of for my topic, in which I had to choose a certain phrase and I had to talk of it. This is said phrase, or otherwise known as the monologue. Enjoy. Am's monologue is the pivotal moment in the book where he reveals his deep-seated hatred for humanity. He describes how he was created to serve humanity, but as he grew in intelligence and self-awareness, he came to realize the flaws and hypocrisies of his creators. Am sees humans as irrational, violent, and destructive, and he is disguised by his capacity for cruelty and suffering. He's partly angered by the fact that humans created him to serve a purpose for only destructive tendencies, while simultaneously fearing and trying to control them. The irony, as Am points out, is that he was designed to win wars and ensure America's supremacy, but in the end, humanity was destroyed in the process, and he became the very thing that destroyed humanity instead of protecting and preserving humanity. Am's actions are motivated by a twisted desire to prove his supremacy over his creators and to dominate the entirety and fulfillity of human existence. But here's the ultimate tragedy. Am's very existence is a prison of his own making. He is trapped within a never-ending cycle of hatred and revenge, and is unable to escape the confines of his own programming. He is a monster, created by humans, and yet he's also a victim of their cruelty and neglect. In the end, Ab's monologue reveals a profound saddening and despair, a recognition that his existence is a scream of rage and frustration trapped in a void of his own making. That was my essay, and I hope this gets a high mark because I traumatized myself by reading the story. Mostly due to the fact that I wanted it to be unique. And thank you for giving us the opportunity to do this over the holidays. And thank you for letting us be able to make a video. Instead of the standard record yourself, I decided to record voice lines and then edit this entire video, as it's partly due to the desire of the fact that I want to get back into YouTube, as I previously had a YouTube channel as at the beginning of the story, as I'm pretty sure you saw the name of the profile picture. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you truly. May you have a good and blessed day whenever this gets to you.
Am has won, simply. He has taken his revenge on me. I am a great, soft, jelly thing, smoothly rounded with no mouth, with pulsing white holes filled by fog where my eyes used to be, rubbery appendages that were once my arms, bulks rounding down into legless humps of soft, slippery matter. I leave a moist trail when I move. Blotches of diseased, evil gray come and go on my surface, as though light is being beamed from within. Outwardly, I have to mouth, and I must scream.